Venice Beach, California, Gold's Gym, October 1970. A 290-pound bodybuilder, 6 feet 1 inch, massive muscles, competition physique, looks at Bruce Lee, 140 pounds, and says loudly in front of entire gym, "Muscle beats speed, always. Size matters, strength matters. You're fast, but I'm strong. Strong always wins. Physics, simple." What happens in the next 6 seconds doesn't just prove him catastrophically wrong in front of 40 witnesses, including Arnold Schwarzenegger. It changes bodybuilding culture's understanding of functional strength, converts the biggest skeptic into biggest believer, and becomes legendary story told in every Gold's Gym worldwide for 50 years. And it starts with arrogance about size that meets reality in 6 seconds. But first, you need to understand Gold's Gym, Venice, 1970. Venice Beach, California, October 1970. Gold's Gym, legendary bodybuilding mecca, where champions trained, where legends built, not fancy, raw, hard, serious, iron paradise, bodybuilders, powerlifters, serious athletes, building mass, building strength. Culture existed. Bodybuilding culture, size culture, bigger is better, stronger is better, muscle equals power, mass equals dominance. This was belief. This was religion, unquestioned, universal, speed mentioned, technique mentioned. But secondary, real power came from size, from muscle. Physics supported this. Bigger, stronger wins, simple, natural law. One bodybuilder, Rick, 6 feet 1 inch, 290 pounds, 26 years old, competition bodybuilder, regional champion, massive physique, bench 450 pounds, squat 600, deadlift 650, strong, very strong. Rick believed in size, saw Bruce Lee train occasionally, impressed by speed, but dismissive. Too small, 140 pounds, I'm 290, twice his size. Physics wins, size wins always. Said this to gym members, training partners, spreading opinion. Bruce Lee, movie star, fast, impressive choreography, but real strength? No, too small. Real fight? I win. Physics wins. Most agreed. Bodybuilding culture supported. Size equals power. Bruce impressive but limited. By size, by weight, by physics. Can't defeat physics, can't defeat 150-pound disadvantage. But some disagreed. Saw Bruce train, saw real power. Functional power, applied power, different from gym power, but real. Very real. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 23 years old, rising star, Mr. Universe. Future Mr. Olympia, training Gold's Gym. Watched Bruce train, studied Bruce move, saw something different, not just speed, understanding, efficiency, power generation. Physics applied perfectly. Intrigued, very intrigued. October 15th, Thursday afternoon. Busy, 40 people training. Bruce there, conditioning, speed work. Rick there, training heavy, bench press, squats. Arnold there, training, observing, learning. Rick finished set, watching Bruce. Speed bag work, lightning fast. Rick smiled, dismissive. Fast hands, good coordination, but what's the point? Can't generate real power, too light. Speed without power, meaningless. Training partner agreed. You grab him? Your 290 versus his 140? Physics wins, easy. Rick nodded. Exactly, muscle beats speed every time, size matters, that's reality. Arnold nearby. Heard this, disagreed internally, but curious. Wanted to see, wanted to test, truth, reality, physics. Who's right? Size or skill? Bruce finished. Noticed conversation. Noticed attitude. Knew this pattern. Bodybuilders, size believers, always same, always predictable, always wrong. What Bruce said next changed everything. Bruce walked over, calm. Couldn't help overhearing. You think muscle beats speed? Size beats skill? Rick turned, looked down. 6 feet 1 inch versus 5 feet 7 inches. 290 versus 140. Physical difference obvious. Yeah, that's what I know. Physics, leverage, mass, you're fast, impressive. But I'm strong, much stronger. Real confrontation, I win. Size wins, always. Interesting theory. Want to test it? Rick smiled. Test it? How? That's not necessary, just physics, just obvious. Demonstration, simple. You try to hit me, full speed, full power, full commitment, 6 seconds, just 6. See if muscle beats speed, see if size beats skill, fair test. 6 seconds, agreed? Rick hesitated. And too easy, too simple. Serious? I try to hit you, full power, you try to avoid, 6 seconds? Exactly, you attack, I defend, we see what happens, physics versus skill. Size versus speed, your theory versus reality, 6 seconds tells all. Agreed? Rick looked at Jim, 40 people watching now, Arnold watching intensely. Ego engaged, pride engaged. Yeah, agreed, 6 seconds. I prove muscle beats speed, prove size matters, prove physics wins. Good. One rule, real effort, real commitment, real speed, real power, no holding back, real test requires real effort, otherwise meaningless. Agreed? Agreed. Full effort, full power, 6 seconds. Let's prove this. Move to open space, gym floor, clear area, 40 gathered watching. This would be interesting, educational, memorable, size versus speed. 290 versus 140, physics test. Good reality test. Arnold positioned front row. Perfect view. Wanted to see everything, learn everything, understand everything. This mattered. This revealed truth. Rick stretched. Prepared. 290 pounds, massive, confident. Ready when you are. 6 seconds, I show you muscle beat speed. Bruce stood calm, centered, relaxed. Ready. Begin when you're ready, 6 seconds, full effort, real commitment. Show me muscle beat speed. Rick nodded, took breath, started. What happened in the next 6 seconds became legendary. Second one. Rick moved. Big right hand, straight punch, coming hard, full power, 290 pounds behind it. All muscle, all mass, all commitment. This would land. This would connect. This would prove everything. Bruce wasn't there. Moved. Small step. Minimal movement. Efficient. Rick's fist found air. Empty space. Nothing, missed completely. Rick adjusted, continued, expected this. Speed is speed, but sustained effort, that's different. Second two, Rick threw combination, jab cross, both hands, committed, powerful, using size, using reach, using mass. One would land, had to land, physics demanded it. Bruce slipped both. Head movement, minimal, precise, exactly enough, not more, not less. Perfect economy, perfect efficiency. Both punches missed, completely. Rick's confidence faltered, slightly, barely. But there, seconds 3 to 4. Rick changed strategy. Grabbed. Going for clinch. Going for control. This was strength wheelhouse. Grappling, wrestling. Mass advantage maximum. 290 versus 140. 150-pound advantage. Physics certainty. This would work. This had to work. Bruce's hands came up. Intercepted. Light touch. Redirected Rick's hands. He made grab miss. Made attempt fail. Rick tried again. Different angle, different approach, same result. Hands redirected, grab failed. Mass advantage meaningless. Bruce controlled distance, controlled engagement, controlled physics. Rick's face showed shock, frustration, confusion. This wasn't working. Nothing working. Size not helping, muscle not helping, mass not helping. How? Why? This violated everything, everything he believed, everything he knew. Everything physics promised. Seconds 5 to 6, Rick desperate, all out, maximum aggression, maximum commitment, maximum power, throwing everything, punches, grabs, rushes, everything, chaos, violence, overwhelming force. Something had to work, something had to land, something had to connect. Bruce handled everything, slipping, ducking, redirecting, controlling. Every attack neutralized, every technique countered, every effort wasted, not breathing hard, not sweating, not straining, calm, controlled, effortless, like dancing, like playing, like teaching. Then Bruce moved. First offensive action, 5 seconds in, waited entire time. Let Rick exhaust. Let Rick realize. Let Rick understand. Now, demonstration, light touch. Rick's shoulder. Could have been strike, could have been knockout, could have been anything, just touch. Message clear. I can hit you anytime, anywhere, choose not to, just demonstrating, just teaching, just proving. Rick froze, completely froze. That touch, that light touch. Could have been devastating strike, could have been ending blow, but wasn't. Controlled, measured, educational, not defeating, teaching, not destroying, enlightening. 6 seconds, someone called. He stopped, finished, over. Rick stood, breathing hard, not from exertion, from realization, from shock, from understanding. 6 seconds, changed everything, everything he believed, everything he knew, everything he thought was true, wrong, completely wrong. Muscle didn't beat speed, size didn't beat skill, mass didn't beat mastery, physics didn't beat understanding. He was wrong. Completely, totally, undeniably. Gold's Gym silent. 40 witnesses frozen processing, shocked. Watch 290-pound bodybuilder, massive strong attack 140-pound martial artist. Watched 6 seconds. Every attack neutralized, every technique countered, every effort wasted, effortless defense, perfect control, impossible reality. Rick stood breathing, processing. 6 seconds destroyed years of belief, years of certainty. Muscle beats speed? No. Size beats skill? No. But it's all wrong, all false. Arnold Schwarzenegger speechless, completely speechless. Mouth open, eyes wide, mind racing, saw everything, understood implications. This changed everything. Bodybuilding focused, size, mass, muscle. But function? Application, real-world effectiveness, different reality, different physics. Bruce calm, professional, extended hand. Good effort, full commitment, real test. Now you know. Muscle important, size matters, strength valuable, but not everything. Not sufficient alone. Need speed, skill, timing, understanding, efficiency, application, complete package, functional strength. That's what matters, that's reality. Rick took hand, shook slowly. I was wrong. Completely wrong. Everything I thought wrong. You're not just fast, you're skilled, really skilled. 6 seconds made 290 pounds irrelevant. It made my strength meaningless. How? Training, understanding, efficiency, body mechanics, physics applied, not magic, not secret, just mastery. Dedication, years of refinement, practice, learning. You train muscle, I train application. You build size, I build function, different goals, different methods, different results. Arnold stepped forward, had to speak, had to know. Bruce, that was incredible. Never seen anything like that. The control, the efficiency, the understanding. You made physics work for you. How do you train that? How develop that? Same way you build muscle. Dedication, consistency, understanding. But focus different. You focus hypertrophy. I focus application. You focus size. I focus function. Different goals, different training, same dedication, same commitment, same years of work. Would you teach? I share understanding. I want learn this. Muscle important but incomplete. I see that now. 6 seconds proved. Size not everything. Function matters. Application matters. I want complete development, complete understanding. Rick nodded, agreeing. Me too. I was arrogant, wrong, ignorant, muscle beats speed, no. Skill beats size, understanding beats mass. You proved that. 6 seconds, I want learn, I need learn. Please teach us. Bruce considered. This was good. Growth, evolution, not defeating them, converting them, not destroying, enlightening, not proving wrong. teaching right. This was purpose. This was mission. Yes, I'll teach, I'll share, I'll train you, but understand. This is hard. This is long. This is dedication, not 6 seconds, not 6 weeks, 6 years, maybe more. Mastery takes time. Understanding takes effort. In you willing? Really willing? Commit completely? Rick nodded. Yes, completely. Thought size was everything. You showed me wrong. 6 seconds changed everything. I'm willing, committed, dedicated. Teach me. Arnold nodded. Same, I'm committed. Want complete development, functional strength, applied power, real-world effectiveness, not just appearance, not just size, real capability, real mastery. Teach me. I'll dedicate. I'll commit. I'll learn. October 1970, Gold's Gym, 40 witnesses, 6 seconds changed bodybuilding culture, changed understanding, changed philosophy, started, planted seed, created question. Rick became student, dedicated, trained with Bruce, learned principles, applications, efficiency, never abandoned bodybuilding, never stopped building muscle, but added function, application, effectiveness. A complete athlete, functional strength, real-world power, competed differently, trained differently, thought differently, muscle important, size valuable, strength necessary but not sufficient, not complete, needed speed, skill, timing, understanding, complete package, functional development, changed approach, influenced others, shared lessons. Muscle beats speed, no, I learned that. 6 seconds, Bruce Lee, Gold's Gym, 1970, changed everything. Size matters, but skill matters more. Train complete, train functional, not just appearance. Effectiveness. Arnold Schwarzenegger changed too, profoundly. Career trajectory altered, not just bodybuilding, acting, movies, action films, fight scenes. Martial arts influenced, Bruce influenced, 6 seconds influenced, not just size, movement quality, coordination, efficiency, our complete development, functional strength, screen presence enhanced, career enhanced. Years later, interviews, documentaries, Arnold told story repeatedly. 1970, Gold's Gym, Venice Beach, watched Bruce Lee, 6 seconds, 290-pound bodybuilder versus 140-pound martial artist, size versus skill. Changed my perspective, changed my training, changed my career, showed me muscle, not everything. Function matters, application matters. Bruce taught me that. 6 seconds, never forgot, never will. Story spread. Through bodybuilding, through martial arts, through fitness, through culture. Gold's Gym legend. Venice Beach legend, muscle versus speed. 6 seconds proved everything. Functional strength matters, not just appearance, performance, not just size, capability, not just muscle, mastery. Gold's Gym Venice, still there, still legendary. Her story told, to members, to visitors. Right here, this spot, 1970, Bruce Lee, Arnold watching, Rick learning, 6 seconds, muscle versus speed. Mastery proved, function demonstrated, legendary moment, legendary lesson. Bruce Lee said, and the key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. October 1970. Rick learned that. Believed muscle beats speed. 6 seconds changed everything. Changed understanding, changed perspective, changed life. Not just winning, learning, growing, evolving. 6 seconds taught more than years of training, more than years believing wrong things. Arnold learned too. Watched, observed, understood. 6 seconds, small moment, large impact. Career trajectory changed, training philosophy evolved. Complete development pursued. Not just muscle, function. Not just size, application. Lessons applied. In career built, legacy created. 6 seconds influenced decades. Influenced career, influenced millions. 40 witnesses saw, 40 learned. Muscle important but incomplete. Size valuable but insufficient. Function matters. Application matters. Effectiveness matters. Understanding matters. Mastery matters. 6 seconds proved everything. Demonstrated reality. Revealed truth. Gold's Gym. Legendary location, legendary moment, legendary lesson, muscle versus speed. 6 seconds. Changed bodybuilding culture, changed training philosophy, not completely, not immediately, but started, influenced, evolved. 50 years later, story told, lesson remembered, truth preserved. Rick speechless, Arnold speechless, 40 witnesses speechless, 6 seconds. No words needed, no explanation necessary, no debate possible. Truth demonstrated, reality proven. Physics applied, understanding shown, mastery revealed. Speechless, forever, be like water, my friend.